Hey guys and gals, this is your host Joe, hosting Life with Josef and another Storytime with Josef vlog. Thank you for coming by and watching my nonsense. I'm going to pip in here an ad from Pacific Stereo. And those of you of my vintage who grew up in the East Bay or the Bay Area may remember Pacific Stereo. They were a pretty big stereo chain at the time. They are now no longer in existence, but like a lot of stereo chains are gone because stereos are really no longer a big deal. But nevertheless, I was working at the alarm company still. I'm working nights by now. And we get an alarm call at the Pacific Stereo warehouse in Emeryville. Now this one never goes off, and it's multiple interior zones. Now, like I talked about in Coos Bay with catching the jail escapee. Hold on here. So we get a call. Multiple internal alarms. Now this is a warehouse with like the 30, 40 foot high ceiling type of old school warehouse. So we think it's a good one. The responsible thinks it's a good one. We get on scene and there's no external point of entry, so we figure he got in through the roof. So Emeryville shows up, and we usually have a pretty good rapport with the regular officers, Oakland and Emeryville. Berkeley, not so much. We didn't respond up there nearly as much. But Oakland and Berkeley, the guys that we responded to, they, for the most part, once we established trust with them, they pretty much, if we said, hey, we think it's a bullshit call, we're not going to bother them. Of course, they're going to stand outside and shoot the shit for 10 minutes. But in fact, at one call, I responded, and there was a broken window point of entry, and the Oakland officers hadn't even gotten out of the car, and they were asleep with the engines on. It's about 4:00 in the morning, and I walk up, I see them asleep, I go find a POE, I come back out to tell them, and they're gone. So the responsible comes and he asks, where's Oakland? And I didn't want to rat these guys out because, I got to work with these people. And I basically said, well, they may not have seen the point of entry. And he looked at me and said, this? And I said, you may want to have a sergeant come out later, and I let it go. So, the guys who worked with us, we worked with them. Anyway, Emeryville shows up, and we're telling them, we think it's a good one. And responsible shows, Alan's there with the dog. Clint is there. No, he isn't there. Alan is there with the dog. Emeryville and us form a perimeter. I didn't get to go in, sadly. I miss all the fun. Well, they open up the door. They make the announcement. Alan goes in with the dog with Emeryville, and the suspect is literally 20 feet in the air, dangling from a rope with a big pile of merchandise on the floor. And what he's doing is he's lugging the merchandise up on the roof, and then he's going to take it off the roof, and that's how he's going to steal it. Now, there's no burglar alarm, and I'm telling you this like I told the porthole story. If you want to scare him away, you have a burglar alarm, a bell box. If you want to catch these motherfuckers, you don't have a bell box. So they don't know that they've tripped anything. You have no sound-making implement when the alarm is tripped. So this guy had no idea that we were on him. So when we go in, well, not me, but when we go in, he's dangling on the roof. Well, he lowers himself and thinks he's going to escape. And basically, Alan's dog bit the shit out of him because he fought the dog. It's like, when you fucking idiots kind of realize you're very unlikely to win when you're trying to physically fight the dog. So he got bit. A Pacific Stereo, dangling from the roof. God, I've never forgot that. Now, since this is only 3 minutes, I'm going to tell you a different story. Right around the corner from this place, Emeryville's not that big, so it was more on San Pablo, on the other side of the railroad tracks. There was some type of older building, and we get a call. We go out there. We know it's good. We see the guy on the roof, and he somehow can't break in through the skylights or nothing. So Oakland rolls up. We tell the responsible it's a good one. Well, I guess it was a slow night because Oakland was there, Oakland Schools was there, Emeryville was there, Berkeley came down to have a look, and Southern Pacific Railroad Police, who we never dealt with because they have their own business. They came out to have a look, so we had everybody on God's green earth. Now, they were going to call a fire department and wake them up and to come out with a cherry picker, and you got to understand that there's a lot of maybe competition between fire and PD in some of these big towns. Blue Bloods alluded to this in one of their episodes. Anyway, we got a ladder. So we throw the ladder up, and us and Oakland go up on the roof, and we're gonna place the guy into custody. And we place him into custody. We see what he's done. Okay, this is gonna be a good burglary charge. Now, we can't get him down the ladder when he's in handcuffs. So we uncuff him, well, Oakland does, and I can neither confirm or deny him being told, if you think you're going to be stupid, we're going to throw you off the roof. And this guy's eyes got big, and he climbed down the ladder. He didn't fight. He submitted to being taken into custody. But by God, it was an adventure. I'm going to tell you, this job, I've said it before, it wasn't a job with a future, and I'm glad that I went to the paper because my life got a lot better. Financially, I'm able to retire. Y'all know the story, but every day I went to work at Bay, it wasn't like going to work. It was like, man, what good shit is going to happen to me today? So this is about 6 minutes of babbling, Pacific Stereo, another gig around, or another call around the corner. Thank you for watching Storytime with Joe. This is your host, Joe, Life with Josef. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you, and we'll see you for the next one.